This is the homework solution for page 251, problems 9 and 10. We have here number 10 on the board. It says, football. Use the scatter plot for this information. Here's the scatter plot. And it says, A, use the point 5, 71,205 and 9, 68,611 to write the slope-intercept form of an equation for the line of fit shown in the scatter plot. Here, I want you to understand that this is x, then this is y. This is x and this is y. Okay? So the first thing to slope-intercept, exactly like the name, it says find the slope. Here's the slope. This is the information I labeled. Okay? I labeled my info here. Okay? x1 is equal to 5, y1 equals to 71,205, x2 is 9, y2 is 68,611. This comes straight from the information, okay? This is just labeling the information that I got. This is not 71, 205. No, this is 71,205. After I label my information, I use the formula, slope formula, because I'm trying to find the slope. Make the substitution, plug that into a calculator. You should have gotten negative 2,594 over 4. For the sake of this problem, I'm going to use the decimal version. This is a very ugly slope. I'm going to use this decimal version. Now, once I have the slope, I can use point slope because I have a point and now I have a slope. Okay, and use point slope. x1 equals to 5 because that is what x1 is. y1 is 71,205. The slope is given from the first part, which is negative 648.5. Comes right here. Review this if you need help on how to find the slope. I write my equation. Again, I'm trying to get the equations because I have a point and I slope, so I use point slope equation. Y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. Make the substitution in. 71,205 goes in for y1. M, plug in your slope, which is negative 648.5, and x1 is 5. That is just a simple straight substitution. I distribute. Okay, if you want to see the distribution step, what's really happening is this. Negative 648x is being multiplied into x. Okay, then negative 648.5 is being multiplied into 5. Okay, this is what the distribution step looks like, right? Because this times this, then this times this. This is how it looks like. If you simplified, right, negative times a negative is a positive. 648.5 times 5 is your 3,242.5. These numbers are not very pretty, so you have to use a calculator, okay? There's no way around it. So you need it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So to do that, you add 71,205 to both sides, okay? You add 71,205 to both sides because I'm trying to get it into y equals mx plus b format. Now you get y equals to negative 648.5. It's right here, you see? Okay? And this plus this becomes 74,447.5. That is how it looks like as I simplify it. That is the equation. This is the equation for this line of fit, the Buffalo Bills average game attendance. Okay? Next, I think I had nothing here. Now they say predict the average attendance at a game in 2020. Okay? Okay, you have this data point, so we're going to predict, okay? The year 2020 is 20 years since the year 2000. Therefore, x equals to 20, because again, the x-axis refers to the year since 2000. Okay? That is how I got x is equal to 20, because 2020 is 20 years since 2000. Does that make sense? Review what I said if you need further explanation. Now, for me to predict it, it's asking me for a Y value, right? Because the average game attendance is your Y. Let's see it. Do you see that? Average game attendance is your Y. Year since is your X. So, X is 20, because it's 20 years since 2020, and I'm trying to solve for Y. Make your substitution, plug in 20 in for X, plug this into a calculator, so you put negative 648.5 times 20 plus 74,407.5, plug this into a calculator, and this is what you get. 61,447.5, or you can round to 61,478, because again, you need to round because there's no such thing as 0.5 of an attendance. Okay, you either attend or you don't attend. There's no 0.5. Next, it says, can you use this equation to make a decision about the average attendance in any given year? Like this? Could we do that? The answer is no. This number is really bad. We can't really predict this because you cannot make a decision. Look at the because statement. Because the graph is what? Has a weak negative correlation. This is the problem. Because it has a weak negative correlation, it's hard to forecast. Okay? And some of you are like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Here, let me explain it again. What does a weak correlation mean? Weak negative correlation. What does correlation mean? Correlation means relationship. Okay? Between X and Y. Because you have a weak relationship between X and Y, you don't know what the future holds, because again, in class I talk about the residuals. Because the fact that it has a weak correlation and the residuals are high, you can't really tell the future, because the residual can pop anywhere. It can be positive residual or negative residual. Okay? Because it has a weak negative relationship between X and Y, that is the reason why you can't make a prediction. If it was a strong negative correlation, you see the word strong? If it was strong, then yes, you can make a forecast. Okay? If it was a strong negative correlation, you can make a forecast. You can only forecast if the residuals are low. That means you can only forecast if it's a strong correlation. Okay? But for this one, we say it's a negative, it's weak negative correlation. Okay? So it is hard to forecast. So you cannot make a decision. Okay? Next one. Number 10. It says the body mass index. It says the body mass index, BMI, is a measurement of your body fat using height and weight. The heights and weights of 12 men with normal BMIs are given in the table. The first one, it asks us to make a scatter plot to compare the height in inches to weight in pounds, draw a line of fit for the data, and write the slope-intercept form of the equation. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up the Excel sheet, because it is so much easier to do on an Excel sheet. Okay, here you go. Let me try to zoom into the Excel sheet here so you can see the cells. Okay, there you go. Okay, the first one, this is going to be my X value, and this is going to be my Y value. Okay, I could even change this to make you feel happy, right? This is my height, and this is going to be my weight. Okay, 62, 63, 65, 67, 67, 68, 68, 68, 69, 72, 73, and 73. Oh, perfect. Yes, I got all the data points in there. If it's 62 height, it's 115, then 124, 120, 134, 140, 138, 144, 152, 147, 155, 168, and 166. Again, this, I just enter it to match exactly like this. Okay? Good? Okay. After I have this, I want to select the data here and here. And I insert And the type of graph I want is a scatter. So I hit scatter. Boom, here it goes. Okay. All right, here it goes. I delete that. There you go. That is as simple as you get to make a scatter plot. Okay. If you want to see it again, just rewind the video. Okay. Just go back in the video and watch it again. I already made a preset. This was my preset. Okay. And I already labeled the X and Y axis here. Okay. So I have my graph already. Okay. So let me grab my graph. Okay. Graph, then draw an equation to fit, then write the equation. All right. Again, this is very easy. So I graphed it. I select on the point. So do you see how it's highlighted? You see, it's not selected. Now it's selected. Do you see that? It goes around the box. Right click, add trend line. Okay. You will see this option come up. You will hit display equation on chart. There you go. Okay. That is my equation that I have. Very straightforward, okay? Let me just select this. Okay, okay. Alright, so, boom, here's my graph. Alright, I made a scatter plot, draw a line of fit, and I have the equation. So let me just put enter, and let me give my equation. My equation is, y is equal to 4.5705x minus 168.5. Good. That is my equation in slope-intercept form. Let me just bring it down the bottom. Okay, good. Now I can do everything else. Again, if that was too fast or this is your first time with Excel, just review the video, okay? Next, it says, predict the normal weight for a man who is 84 inches tall. So, again, what is 84 inches tall? That is an X, right? X value. So this means it's saying equation, let X equals, whoa, you did not see that. Whoa, sorry, there you go. I wrote it right here. It says X equals to 84. Why? Because it says height, right? Let the man be 84 inches tall. Tall is referred to height. Do you see why I put it as X equals to 4? And it says predict the normal weight. So I'm trying to find, okay, trying to find Y. You see that? I'm trying to find Y. Okay? So, let me have my original equation. Make the substitution. 84. Whoop. Okay. Make my substitution of 84. Okay, I'm trying to find Y. Okay. Whoop. There's no reason for that, period. Okay. Now, if you plug that into a calculator, you should have gotten, let me just get out my calculator. Wow, 4.5705 times, let me see that again, 4.5705 times 84 plus minus 168.5. Okay, you should have gotten the value of 215.422. Whoop, that's bad. 215. 215, okay? Pounds. But again, you don't really use 4.22. I think the closest in your scale, it would say something like this. So you would say Y equals to 215.42 pounds, okay? That is your weight supposed to be if you have a height of 84 inches tall. Let's see, what is 48 inches tall? Inches tall is the same thing as 84 inches tall is the same thing as 7 feet. Okay, just want you to know. 8 inches tall is the same thing. Tall, not talk. tall is the same thing as 7 feet. Okay, so if you're 7 feet, based on the BMI, you should be 215 pounds and 215.42 pounds. Okay. Next, it says a man's weight is 188. Use the equation of the line to predict its height. Right? Let y equals to 188 because it's saying let the man's weight be 188 pounds. A pound again here was your weight. Look at weight. It is your y-axis. Y-axis. Okay, that's why let y equals to 188. Here I am. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to find the value of x. There you go. To do that, okay, let's grab my original equation. Do exactly what it says. Make the substitution of y equals to 188. 188. There you go. That is my substitution. Okay. Now I am trying to get solve for x. So I need to add this to both sides. So let me show you. You see how I add 168.5 to both sides. Then you should have gotten, let me see, 168 plus 168.5. So this should be 356.5. There you go. That's how it looks like. Then I need x alone, so now I have to divide both sides. So let me divide by 4.5705. If I do that to the right hand side, I also have to do that to the left hand side. 4.5705. Good. Then what am I left with? I have, whoops, that's, let me just use this. Whoop, sorry. Let me just use this one. Okay. This, right? 4.5705 divided by 4.5705 becomes x, and the right hand side becomes 356.5 divided by 4.5705. Okay. 78.00021879. Right, but again, this is too far off, right? So you could just worry about this. This is referred to, x is referred to height in inches, so we will say inches for height. Okay, this is 78 is equivalent to, this is inches for height, which is around 6.5 feet. So if you are 6.5 feet, you should have a weight of 188 pounds if you exist within the body mass index. So there you go. That is your homework solution for page 251, problems 9 and 10.